What is going on, Glitcher Gang? It is your boy GlitcherBro23 here, back with another reaction to none other than Nasty Nas himself. We got The Message from his, I believe, sophomore album. It was written. If you guys are unaware, man, I actually haven't heard too much Nas. Last year was the first time I actually heard an entire LP by Nas, being his debut album, and what many hip hop fans consider one of the greatest albums of all time. Illmatic, you know, I honestly really enjoyed it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first few listens, but then I revisited it like I do every album, and it really like changed my mind and showed me like why Nas is considered a top tier lyricist and one of the greatest rappers of all time. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to dive into his discography more in my own time, or even in these reactions if we get the chance to. You know what I mean? But we got The Message from It Was Written. If you guys want to see more reactions to Nas, as always, man, do me a huge solid. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment what you want to see next, share your thoughts and opinions about the track and my reaction to it by the end of the video. If you guys want to join Glitcher Gang Discord, as always, links down below in the description, along with the reaction request form for those of you who want to see me react to requests sooner than later. Other than that, let's go ahead and check this out. I thought, originally, I did try recording a reaction to this, but I just, like, before I even got a whole minute into it, I just completely stopped the reaction because it was just a bad day for me mentally. So I didn't even really remember what this track was all about, but I think I confused this for another very popular Nas track, which I don't know the name of. But we finna check this out. Let's get into it. Okay, I was making sure the volume was all the way up.
Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. CB4 gusto, your luck low. I didn't know till I was drunk though. You freak niggas played out, get fucked and ate out. Prostitute turned bitch, I got the gauge out. 96 ways I made out.
Prostitute turned bitch, I pulled the gauge out. He said, y'all fake dudes. I like getting ate out. Like, what? Talking about motherfuckers like eating booty. Hold up.
Laid out, get fucked and ate out. Prostitute turned bitch, I got the gauge out. 96 ways I made out. Montana way, the good FELLA. Verbal AK spray, dip detaching. Jump out the range, empty out the ashtray. A glass of Zay, making mad cashes. Clay, red dot plots. Murder schemes, 32 shotguns. Regulate with my thuns, 17 rocks gleam for one ring. They let me let y'all niggas know one thing. There's one life, one love, so there can only be one king. The highlights of living. Vegas.
It's only one life, one love, so there can only be one king. Bro, and this is what I noticed about, like, this is what really appealed me about Nas, especially on Illmatic. He not only, he's like, he has a nice, like, I'm not gonna lie, he is an insane lyricist, don't get me wrong. But I think his flow may have been better than his bars at times, in my personal opinion, you know? Like, the way he just flew over some of the production in Illmatic, which, by the way, Illmatic, there wasn't like a single beat that I felt outdated. It was very just unique and very, I like kind of the raw element that the Illmatic's production had. But like, this is like very different from anything on Illmatic as far as producing wise, and Nas's flow, he just sounds incredible over this.
One life, one love, so there can only be one king. The highlights of living.
I'm not gonna lie, because he did mention One Love, which was one of the tracks from Illmatic. I actually wasn't a big fan of that one. I felt like I like Nas on there, but I felt like the Q-Tip hook like wasn't the greatest. You know what I mean?
One life, one love, so there can only be one king. The highlights of living. Vegas style, roll dice and linen. And terror spinning on millenniums. 20 G bets, I'm winning them. Threats, I'm sending them. Lex with TV sets the minimum. Ill sex, adrenaline, party with villains. A case of demisec to chase the henny, wet any click. With the semi-tech who want it. Diamonds, I flaunt it. Chicken heads flock, I lace them. Fried broil with basil, taste them. Crack your legs way out of formation. It's horizontal how I have them. Fucking me in the Benz wagon. Can it be vanity from Last Dragon? Grab your gun, it's on though. Shit is grimy. Real niggas bucking broad daylight. With the broke Mac, it won't spray right. Don't give a fuck who they hit, as long as the drama's lit. Yo, overnight thugs bug.
So he's kind of talking about like how, like, he's kind of like talking about the streets of New York, how like people, like gangs, really just be firing at anyone. They don't care who's a casualty that they hit. You know what I mean? So.
with the broke Mac, it won't spray right. Don't give a fuck who they hit, as long as the drama's lit. Yo, overnight thugs bug cause they ain't promise shit. Hungry ass hooligans, stay on that piranha shit.
Oh my god. He's sampling New York State of Mind. That's crazy, because if I'm not mistaken, this released in 96, whereas Illmatic was 94. So yeah, he's sampling his own track right here. Didn't he do that on like King's Disease 3? Didn't he he sampled literally New York State of Mind B on a track for King's Disease 3, or what's his name did? Oh, what's the producer? Hit Boy. Didn't Hit Boy sample New York State of Mind for a track on King's Disease 3? I keep up, man. I keep up. I may just be getting now into Nas, but I see Anthony Fantano's King Disease reviews.
I was in the Jeep, sunk in the seat, tinted with heat, beats bumping. Across the street, you was wildin', talking about how you ran to Allen in '89, laying up, playing the yard with crazy shine. I cocked the baby 9, that nigga gravy mine, clinked him. What was he thinking on my corner when it's baby time? Dug him, you owe me cousin, something told me plug him. So dumb, felt my leg burn, then it got numb. Spun around and shot one, heard shots and dropped, son, caught a hot one. Somebody take this biscuit before the cops come. Then they came asking me my name, what the fuck? I got stitched up and went through, left the hospital that same night, what? Got my gat back, time to backtrack, I had to...
So he was talking about how he was just out and there was an encounterment with somebody, how he ran into somebody and then shots were fired. Nas took a bullet in his leg, ended up going to the hospital, got stitches. I was hoping if the bullet was in his leg, got removed, and then he walked out of the hospital the next day. Hold up. I want to see who he was talking about specifically.
With heat, beats bumping.
Who is he talking about specifically?
I was in the Jeep, sunk in the seat, tinted with heat, beats bumping. Across the street, you was wildin', talking about how you ran to Allen in '89, laying up, playing the yard with crazy shine. I cocked the baby 9, that nigga gravy mine, clinked him. What was he thinking on my corner when it's baby time? Dug him, you owe me cousin.
Okay, so somebody was kind of wilding while Nas was just driving around. So he reaches for his gun because he was on Nas's territory. He was on Nas's block.
I clinked him. What was he thinking on my corner when it's baby time? Dug him, you owe me cousin, something told me plug him. So dumb, felt my leg burn, then it got numb. Spun around and shot one, heard shots and dropped, son, caught a hot one. Somebody take this biscuit before the cops come. Then they came asking me my name, what the fuck I got.
So he's saying someone take this biscuit before the cops come. Basically, I guess maybe he's saying he handed the gun to someone else so that way, it wouldn't, when they go look at what happened and cops are investigating, it won't lead back to Nas himself.
Heard shots and dropped, son, caught a hot one. Somebody take this biscuit before the cops come. Then they came asking me my name, what the fuck? I got stitched up and went through, left the hospital that same night, what? Got my gat back, time to backtrack. I had to drop, so how the fuck I get clapped? Black was in the Jeep watching, all he seen speed by was a brown Datsun. And yo, nobody in my hood got one. That clown niggas through, blazing at his crew daily. The bridge touched me up severely, hear me? So when I rhyme, it's sincerely yours. Be lighting L, sipping cores on all floors of project halls. Contemplating war, niggas I was cool with before. We used to score together.
Alright, so now Nas is back, I guess, in his area. And, he hearing stuff. He's back with his boys. And it seems like they're about to go to war with the person who Nas initially shot and who shot Nas. Interesting.
So when I rhyme, it's sincerely yours. Be lighting L, sipping cores on all floors of project halls. Contemplating war, niggas I was cool with before. We used to score together uptown, copping.
Contemplating basically war against people he was cool with before. It'll always be the closest ones that'll stab you in the back, man. It's always the closest ones. Come on, y'all.
sincerely yours. Be lighting L, sipping cores on all floors of project halls. Contemplating war, niggas I was cool with before. We used to score together uptown, copping the raw. But a thug changes, and love changes, and best friends become strangers.
So real. Especially best friends become strangers. Yeah, I think he's just sampling. I think it's just sampling New York State of Mind right there.
Yo, to them thug niggas getting it on in the world, you know? To them niggas that's locked down, doing they thing, surviving, you know what I'm saying? To my thorough niggas, New York and worldwide. Yo, to the Queensbridge militia, 9-6 shit. The firm click, Illmatic nigga. It was written though. It's been a long time coming. Y'all fake niggas trying to copy. Better come with the real though. Fake ass niggas, yo. Bringing shit,
AZ.
man, live, man. 9-6 shit.
Get cable-free live TV.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pretend like y'all need to get YouTube TV. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't trying to promote that to y'all. But so it seemed like that track just overall was kind of like, I guess the message of that track specifically was kind of like, always basically watch your back for fake people around you. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna be the ones that hurt you the most. You know, best friends become strangers, and it's so true, man. It's so true. You're the people who you think you could trust the most are the ones that will hurt you in the long run. You know, and they'll do the most damage to you. So, be aware of your surroundings, man. Be aware of your surroundings. I really like Nas over that type of production. Like, it was just a lot more, like, calmer. And especially compared to the subject matter he was talking about, you know, especially with that second verse going in depth about an incident where a friend turned rival and him got into, like, a shooting, kind of, and how their gangs almost went to war with each other. So, I really enjoyed that, you know what I mean? And, like, I definitely understand, like, after especially hearing Illmatic, it was a great listening experience, but it also worries me. Because this is literally, like, one of the, besides the recent King's Disease trilogy and the stuff Nas and Hit Boy have been doing together, there's not too much I hear about Nas, like, from really anybody, you know what I mean? Like, so it kind of worries me. Like, I do want to dive into Nas' discography further, don't get me wrong, but I really, like, I would think there would be at least some more highs for Nas later in his discography, you know what I mean? Especially with some of the stuff that he put out in the later 90s, such as It Was Written, I Am, or I always forget the other one, or even Stillmatic, you know what I mean? Stillmatic's down the line, and that's when he starts beefing with Jay-Z, you know what I mean? But y'all let me know what y'all thought about that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, man, if you guys want to see more reactions to Nasir himself, do me a huge solid. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel for new. Comment what you want to see next. Share your thoughts and opinions about the track and my reaction to it. If you guys want to join Glitcher Gang Discord, as always, links down below in the description along with the reaction request form. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.